YouTube, Computer Kid 1416 here, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing of my new laptop. This is a Lenovo ThinkPad T480. This is an early Christmas gift from my parents, at least half of it is. And yeah, I figured it was time for an upgrade from my T440p. It still does everything I need it to in terms of processing power, but it's starting to show its age in other ways, including its size and weight. Is much bulkier than modern day laptops, so I figured it was time for a change. And also my sister is needing a new laptop. Hers is like coming on 11 years old now, so I figured this would be a good time to upgrade for myself and then get her something nice as well. So anyway, yep, so let's go ahead and unbox this. This comes refurbished from eBay, and apparently it comes with the original Lenovo box and power adapters. That's really nice. So I'm curious to see what the manufacturing date on it is. I'm guessing it's probably not that old if he still has the box and everything. So, and like I said, it has been refurbished, not completely used, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, there we go. Finally got it off. So now I can flip it around, and yeah, you can see, as I said, it's the original Lenovo box, which is really nice. Well, that was a lot more trouble than it needed to be. As you can see, it uses this glue type stuff, and it's like a flap. So, yeah, that was kind of a pain. But anyway, you know what that tells me though is I would not be surprised if this was refurbished. I mean, from Lenovo themselves, because you notice that tape I was cutting earlier was Lenovo tape, and I just assumed this came from an individual because that's usually the case on eBay. But actually, I wouldn't be surprised if this was refurbished from Lenovo themselves, which would be really nice. The last two laptops I bought have been used, so to have refurbished would actually be really nice. Yeah, and this is, I've never seen bubble wrap like this with anything an individual did. So yeah, I mean, this might very well be manufacturer refurbished. And if that's the case, then this thing is well worth the purchase. Alright, well, here we are. Laptop itself, we'll come back to that, as always. Fell out off camera. This is the charging cable, which is Type-C, USB Type-C, which I'm really looking forward to because I carry around a 10-foot USB-C charger with me for my phone and Switch, and the fact that I can now use it for my laptop is really nice. So just out of curiosity, let me see what the voltage is for the stock charger. It's 65 watts. I got the Lenovo Quick Start Guide there, which again makes me feel like maybe this is manufacturer refurbished. And yeah, as you can tell, like I said earlier, it's very thin, and part of that is due to the fact that it does not have a DVD drive, which a little bittersweet, I guess, to not have a DVD drive anymore. But you know what? I don't use a DVD drive much anymore. In fact, the only time I ever use them anymore is when I'm backing up either DVD movies to play on here, or if I'm backing them up to, software DVDs to use as ISOs. So, and I always do that. I can always do that on my desktop, of course. So, yeah, I mean, little bittersweet, but I definitely don't use optical media anymore for anything other than backup, I guess. So anyway, let's take a quick tour. Looks like on the left side here we've got the USB focus. There we go. USB-C. You got looks like eSATA, maybe? I feel kind of dumb not knowing what that is, so I want to say eSATA, but I don't know. Sorry, and again, this is just an unboxing, so I'm not totally researched in this. I just kind of wanted to give my first impressions of this overall. We got a headphone port, USB, native HDMI, which is nice. On my T440p, I had to use a mini DisplayPort adapter, so to have actual HDMI is really nice. Looks like we've got a USB 3.0 drive, or port, Ethernet, SD card, Kensington lock, nothing on the back there, and then on the bottom, I'll open it up in a minute, but it looks like Not much of anything, of course. You got the battery, and then, of course, I could open that up. And I'm going to be using the same 500 gig SSD from my T440P. I won't do all that on camera, but I will just open it up to show you guys the inside. So anyway, we got the 14-inch screen, which is 1366 by 768. I will be upgrading it to 1080p at some point soon, because, yeah, I like having a 1080p screen, I guess. Nice feeling keyboard. It's the same chiclet style as my T440P. It feels very similar. But one thing they did bring back after, I think they started this with the T450 actually, is they brought back the old style mouse to where it's the actual mouse and not a dumb one button design like they have on the MacBooks. This is actual trackpad now, so that's nice. I like having that back. I could have replaced it on my T440, but I didn't ever bother with it. And of course you got the track point there. I'll get into the specs in a minute when I power it on. And then over here is a fingerprint sensor, which not a necessity for me, but it is kind of nice to have. I bring this to school, so I do have a password on it usually. So yeah, so I can use that to replace the password. And finally, we got the webcam, which has some kind of slider design. It looks like, I'm trying to figure out what this is all about. Looks like, thought it was like a way to cover it or something, but it doesn't actually cover the webcam itself. It just shifts it back and forth. So I guess that's what that's for, is to just, if you want to move it for whatever reason. So anyway, let's go ahead and power it on. Alright, it is currently 16:20. And the seconds are fine. Alright, there we go. Fingerprint enabled. Yeah, that's, like I said, not a necessity for me, but it is kind of nice to have, I guess. Password, never do that on a BIOS. You could easily break your motherboard. And I'll mess with these settings later, except let's go into the boot menu and see what we got there. Yeah, it says Windows 10 Home. I don't know if that's a typo or not, because usually these business grade laptops come with Windows Pro. So, but Windows 10 Home wouldn't be the end of the world. I think the main difference between the two is that you can't turn off automatic updates. But even then, I don't know if I think they're starting to go away from that anyway, so I don't know if there really is much of a difference at this point. So it may not matter to me that much. I guess the settings are okay. The one thing I wanted to look for though is I wanted to put the USB first because that's what I used to install Windows. And yes, either way I will be reformatting it. It's just my personality. I don't like to deal with whatever comes with it. Even though these business grade laptops don't put nearly as much bloatware as other consumer grade ones, it just makes me feel better to have my own install. Put the USB first, Windows second, I guess. Looks like it's a Western Digital. Again, I don't know if that's a hard drive or an SSD. But if it's an SSD, I might just keep it in there. But if it's a hard drive, I'll definitely be putting my 500 gig SSD in there. Alright, so F10 to save. And let's just see if it boots in the Windows. Is it going to go into like the OEM settings and stuff? It might. Like the Cortana settings and stuff like that. I use a program called NT Lite to edit my Windows 10. It edits the Windows 10 ISO to take out things like Cortana, Candy Crush, all that junk that comes with it. So whenever I reinstall Windows, it'll be ultra lightweight. Yeah, it's going through the OEM information here, so... see if the sound's on.
I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
No thanks.
Sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC.
Let me just skip forward here because it's going to show my Wi-Fi information and all that. Well, I got my answer on who refurbished it. This little thing came with it saying that it is a Lenovo authorized third-party refurbisher. So, hey, I'll take that. That's much better than buying used from an individual. Alright, here we are on the desktop now. And I kind of like that wallpaper, actually. I may save that before I wipe Windows. Let's do a WinVer. Okay, so we are dealing with Windows 10 Home. No big deal. I think, as I said, the main differences are the ability to do updates, which I don't know if that's even a thing anymore, and Hyper-V, which I don't use. I use VMware for that, so... Again, I think I'll just stick with that. Alright guys, just to end off the video, let me show you guys what's under the back here. We've got the hard drive, which yes, it is a hard drive, but that's fine because I'm going to be putting my own SSD in there anyway. As well as some other things here. We got the Wi-Fi chip here, which doesn't say whether it's Bluetooth or not. That would be kind of nice if it was. Then we've got a single 8 gig stick here with a room for expansion right here. So, you know, sometime down the line I might throw another 8 gig in there just because I can. CMOS battery there, and it looks like here's the processor. Alright, so that's about it for the inside. So I guess that's it for this video. I don't know if I'll come back with a full review or not, but either way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.